going on YouTube? In this video I'm going to be reviewing the 2011 Mac Mini, the Midsummer one. Now keep in mind I am going to be doing this review from kind of like a fresh start. I have never had a Mac Mini before, so I'm going to be reviewing it like I've never had a Mac Mini before. And then on top of that, this is actually my fourth time filming this video just because Final Cut Pro hated me and decided to delete my exported project for no reason, so I have to refilm the whole thing and upload. So, first of all, what you're going to notice with aesthetics which is going to be the first category, is the black Apple logo rather than the trending white Apple logo. Now this kind of goes against what Apple has been using with all of their products lately, but I kind of like it. I think it's a nice change to the white Apple logo, and it kind of contrasts nicely to the aluminum around it. Now, another thing you're going to notice about this is, yes, they're implementing their typical aluminum, but what happens with this aluminum is it gets really easily smudged. See, you're going to see all my handprints all over it. But other than that, it is really nice. It's nice looking. You're not going to be touching your Mac Mini too much, hopefully, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, switching over to the front, or the front-facing panel, I guess you could say, you have your indicator light right there, which is pretty nice, and the whole thing is wrapped around with a nice aluminum all the way to the bottom. So actually, flipping over to the bottom, you have the Mac Mini panel, which is a little bit scratched up right now, but you can just open that up, and it is where you can easily access all the stuff inside, and you got some information down there. So what I like about this panel is, of course, I've never had this panel before, but it's super easy access to remove RAM and stuff, and maybe even replace a hard drive. I haven't been in there. I've only been in there to replace the RAM, so I don't know about the hard drive. But yeah, it's definitely very nice. And on top of that, what really makes a computer, or breaks a computer, is the type of plastics that are used, if any plastics are used at all. Now, in this case, you kind of expect it from an Apple computer, but the plastics are very nice, they're very rugged, they don't feel frail or anything. Same thing as with the back as on the ports, is they feel very nice. It's a very sturdy plastic, and you're not going to get any kind of give or anything along with that. So moving on, you're going to have all your normal ports, but two ports that aren't kind of usual in many computers are HDMI and Thunderbolt. Now, Thunderbolt, I'm not even going to go over that at all because that's, first of all, Intel's, not Apple's. But HDMI is really nice in the Mac Mini because you can hook it up to a TV. I have it hooked up to a TV, and it looks amazing. Now, moving on to the hardware specs. What this little guy features inside of him is Intel integrated HD 3000 graphics, and then of course an Intel quad-core Core i7 processor. Now, as far as performance goes with those, on top of that I have two 256GB solid-state drives, which offers ample space and speed at the same time. Now, as far as performance goes, I have made a couple videos. They'll be in the doobly-doo, and they'll be at the end of the video linked on the screen, so if you want to check those out for performance, you guys can go ahead and do that. But the performance has been amazing. It's been really fast. I tested it against my MacBook Pro, and I think I tested it against one other computer. I'm not quite sure if I remember. But it beat my MacBook Pro sometimes 4 to 5 times as fast, maybe 1 time to 6 times as fast. The only thing my MacBook Pro beat it in was the boot up and shutdown race, and that is mainly because this is the server edition of Lion. And yes, all of these do ship with Lion, which is a very well-refined OS, so you should be pretty happy with the way your Mac Mini performs with Lion on it. Now, as far as hardware goes again, you're going to see that Apple removed the optical drive. Now, this isn't too big of a deal for me because I live in a digital world. I get most of my media through digital media. Now, if you do need some sort of optical drive, then you of course can do CD share with one of your laptops or something, or you can of course do a super drive. Now, the super drive is always a good option. It costs about $70, but basically I like this because Apple's pushing forward towards having everything digital than having optical media, because optical media is just kind of bulky and it's not really needed, especially when you can get the digital form of it for probably even a cheaper price. So guys, if you are in the market for a Mac Mini, it looks nice, it performs well, and it's very compact. There are a couple of problems with it. I have noticed that it gets extremely hot. Now, this is both a double-edged sword, because if it wasn't to get super hot, then the heat dissipation on it would probably cause hardware failure on the inside. Now, what I mean by that is if it didn't get super hot on the outside, the inside would get super hot, and the aluminum kind of helps to kind of take away that heat and disperse it while the fan is going at the same time. And again, if that didn't happen, hardware failure would probably happen because the fan is so small inside. Just because it's such a small, compact computer, you would probably have pretty bad hardware failure. So guys, if you're in the market for a Mac Mini, then I would definitely recommend it. It's very nice, but if you don't already have a monitor, then I do not recommend getting this. I would recommend getting an iMac just for the extra power, and of course it comes with a monitor for about the same price. But if you already have a monitor and you don't want to pay for a whole nother computer, you just want something to hook up to the monitor you have now, then yeah, definitely go ahead and get this computer. It's really nice. It hooks up via HDMI or Thunderbolt or mini display board, whatever you choose. And it looks extremely nice on my TV, so I hope it looks nice on yours if you choose to get one. And guys, if you did get the Mac Mini, please tell me the specs in the comments. I would love to hear. And alright guys, thanks for watching. This was my review of the Mac Mini 2011, and I'm going to post the videos right after this, so you can go ahead and click them for the actual performance, and they will also be down in the doobly-doo. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Alright, and I'll see you in another video.